What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And before we get into today's video, guys, I just want to say if you're a fan of those legends of the game, I would recommend subscribing to the channel because that's all I focus on. Also, guys, if this is content that you enjoy, I'd greatly appreciate if you'd posterize that like button. And with that being said, let's get right into today's video. So, guys, when I did the Reggie Lewis build, it really got me thinking about another Celtics legend that we never got to see, Len Bias. And the thing is with Len Bias, we never saw him in an NBA game. So you kind of have to speculate how good his game would have been in the pros, right? But I think with Len Bias's ability to knock down the mid range, his athleticism, his ability to play really really good defense, his rebounding ability, I think he would have been all right in the NBA. I think he would have done very very well, um, and he would have probably been the rookie of the year if he had gotten the playing time. Because here's the thing, right? He's coming to a Celtics team that is coming off of a championship that already has Parrish, McHale, and Bird. So where's his playing time coming from, right? Who is he? Who is he going to take playing time away from out of those three? It'd be very difficult. So, but if he got the playing time, I feel like he could have definitely won Rookie of the Year that year. Um, because he was just, I think he would have been that good. But let's go ahead. Let's get right into this build. So, guys, to me, I feel like his game, the way that it would translate it to the NBA, I think this would have been the pie chart I would go with the Hall of Fame shooting and Hall of Fame finishing. Uh, Now, in terms of pie charts, guys, you could really do whichever, but anytime that I do a power forward or a center build, I like to have my vertical and my speed. Unless I'm just doing a paint beast, and then of course I want that strength as well, right? So with this, guys, we're gonna max out our close shot. We're gonna max out our driving layup. We're gonna max out our driving dunk and our standing dunk. That'll give us 15 finishing badges, and then of course we're gonna max out our mid range. We're gonna max out our 3-point shot, even though we don't know how well his 3-point shot would have been in the NBA. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to max out his post fade because here's the thing, guys. I really feel like Bias's game, he would have likely developed a really, really good post fade in the NBA. I just think he would have. Um, but, he may not have. But I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to max out the ball handling. I'm going to take pass accuracy up to 55. And then I'm going to max out our post control. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to max out our interior, our perimeter, our lateral quickness. I'm going to go down, max out our defensive rebound, and then put the rest on our offensive rebound, which will give us 4 defensive and rebounding badges. So if we look at the layout, guys, we've got a really good badge layout here for this build. We got 15 finishing, 16 shooting, 12 playmaking, and 4 defensive and rebounding badges. So that's pretty good. Now for the body type, I'm going to just go define. Of course, we're going to go 6'8". We're going to go 210. Now for the wingspan, guys, that's really up to you. But because I do want to get that increase in not only the dunking but also the rebounding, I'm going to go ahead and max that out because it doesn't hurt your mid range all that much, which is really what we're focusing on this build now. Just like all my builds, guys, I'm not really putting free throw shooting in there. If you want the free throw shooting, you could take away from other attributes to put the free throw shooting on there. But it's just something that I know a majority of you guys that do this build, you're gonna do this build as a center, and you're probably just going to go straight to the courts with it. You're not really going to be playing rec or my career or anything like that. So I really don't focus on free throws. If you guys want me to start doing builds 2 ways to where I've got free throw in one and without in the other, I can certainly start doing that as well. But for now, this is the way I'm going to focus on it. And just to kind of throw that out there, if you guys want to take away from, maybe the driving layup or something like that. Something that you're not really going to be using in this build because let's face it, if you're driving to the basket with this build, you're going to be dunking. So you could definitely take away that driving layup if you wanted and put that on the free throw, and you'll be just fine. So for the takeover guys, it really depends on you. If you wanted to really be a solid player in the post, you could definitely do post score. Spot up shooter would definitely be a good one too for this if you want to, you know, gain gain in the actual shooting ability. But guys, as always, slashing is just the slasher takeover is just so overpowered. It's just you want to go with that, right? And you have built a finisher with shades of Larry Johnson, John Collins, and Zion Williamson. Um, I don't really know about maybe John Collins and Larry Johnson. I don't know about the Zion build just yet because we haven't got to see Zion, right? We've not got to see enough of his game to see how he's going to be. So, um, but I do like the Larry Johnson and the Collins comparison there. So what we're going to do here, guys, is as always, you want fearless finisher, right? You want posterizer because that's a very important one. I feel like rise up is another one that you want. Then you want to do fast twitch, grace under pressure, and then for the last one, guys, I would do one of two. I would either do putback boss or lob city finisher. Me personally, I like putback boss just because it helps you with getting those putbacks and things on offensive boards. So for this, we're going to do catch and shoot. Um, we're going to do hot zone hunter, of course, limitless spot up. And then for the last one, guys, you could do it a couple of different ways, right? You could do dead eye if you wanted to, or you could just put dead eye on bronze, and then also do something like slippery off ball to help you move around on the court better, or a volume shooter. Fade ace is another one that I like and I would like to do on this build. It's one of the ones that I chose. And actually, this is the way I did this, right? I did dead eye, blinders, fade ace, and then I did you know difficult shots because we're really going to be using this more as a mid-range build. But in the 2K, in 2K22, you want to have at least the ability to shoot the three, right? So for this, guys, we're going to go unpluckable. Quick first step is a good one. Post playmaker, of course, you do want that. And then for the last one, guys, it really depends on you. Me personally, the way that I did this is I did glue hands, bullet passer, and break starter on bronze, simply because you want all three of those, right? Especially with the build like this, you want those three badges. Uh, and this, it's one way for you to get that. So I feel like it's the way that I would go. And then for the four defensive and rebounding update, I would just do rebound chaser, and then for the last one, guys, I would do intimidator. If you wanted to do interceptor, you could. If you wanted to do pickpocket, you could. But I feel like intimidator is the way to go with this build because you're going to be mainly playing in the post. But yeah, there you have it, guys. I feel like this is a really, really good Len Bias build. Now, of course, like I said, guys, there's no way of knowing how his game would have translated to the NBA or how good he would have been. His game may have been entirely different in the NBA. It's hard to say, but based on his college career, guys, I really think this is a really good build, and this would have been more or less how his game translated, and the way that he would have evolved going into the NBA, which isn't a whole lot different. I mean, I just think that you know. I just think that he would have been a star. I think he would have been a really really good player, especially learning from guys like McHale and Bird. I mean, could you imagine Kevin McHale teaching him some of those post moves and things, guys? I mean, he could have been a truly truly amazing player. I mean, because he already had the talent and the fact that he was going to an organization that had really, really smart players, really, really good players, you know, and the fact that they could have taught him. and gave him some pointers and things like that to expand his game even further than it already was. He could have been an amazing player, and I really wish we could have gotten to see that. Who knows? Jordan may not have had 6 rings, right? It could have very well changed that. Because I think Bias could have been that good. Taking his talent plus the fact that he would have been a rookie and being taught by these legends. And if you guys watch my videos long enough, you know that Larry Bird and Kevin McHale are two of my favorite players ever. I just I think they were both really really good. I think Kevin McHale is highly underrated. So yeah, I mean, it would have been crazy to see, guys, but I think he would have been really an amazing player. If you've never seen him play, guys, go check out some of his highlights at Maryland. He was a really, really solid player. If you enjoyed today's video, guys, I would greatly appreciate if you would posterize that like button. And if you enjoy those legends of the game, guys, if that's what you like, I would recommend subscribing because that's all I focus on. With that being said, guys, have a wonderful day, night, evening, wherever you are. Have a good one.